Today we're going to be installing the UFO on the Lee Loadmaster. Okay, the first thing we want to do is we want to connect our UFO LM to power. Connect the switch and turn that on. Make sure everything is working. Make sure all the lights light up and jiggle it a little bit. Make sure that there's no bad connections. And just leave that on and set that aside, because what we want to do is we want to warm up the adhesive so it'll be nice and sticky when we're ready to install it. Second step is get your paper towel soaked in denatured alcohol and clean this thoroughly. And you want to make sure that you get all the oil off. And clean the areas where we're going to have the wire mounts, as well as where the UFO strip will be installed. I want to make sure that this is soaked in denatured alcohol. Then we'll take our abrasive pad, we'll move that around here. I've already done that multiple times on this one, so I'm not going to do it a lot, but you do want to make sure that you break the finish. You can see here where that's been done, and it just breaks the gloss coat. We're not trying to take the paint off, you just want to break that gloss coat. Now we'll take a new, not the same one, but a new paper towel soaked in denatured alcohol. The first one will have residue of oil on it, most likely, and you don't want to put that back on. You want to take away any oil that's there. All right, next step is the adhesive wire mount. Want to peel that off, peel the backing off, and we want to put it right here at the top, and it needs to be on the left side of the press, and you'll see this bolt here, you can use that as your reference point. Take one of the zip ties and put that through. And a good tip here is, if you're in air conditioning or it's wintertime in your garage or whatever the case may be, and this metal of the press is below about 80 degrees, I highly recommend that you take a hair dryer or in this case a heat gun and warm up the metal a little bit. And you just want to get it warm to the touch. So about 80 to 100 degrees is ideal. All right, now your UFO strip has been sitting on and it is nice and warm. And that will make sure that the adhesive is nice and sticky. Okay. You'll install it on the top zip tie. And don't tighten this all the way down. You just want to leave it loose like this right now so you can maneuver it around. So the goal here is to get it all lined up and figure out exactly what you're going to need to do. And this will fit perfectly around this opening for the tool head. Just peel off. Now that you've done test fitted it, and you can just peel off the backing for the adhesive. And best way to get it aligned is you start here right where the pigtail joins it and line that right up against with the edge of the opening. You just take your fingers like this, and you're not pushing it down yet, you're just kind of setting it in place, and we will go ahead and push it into place once we get it all lined up. And this will fit perfectly aligned with this opening. Okay, so now just push it into place. All right. And you will notice that this gap here will line up perfectly with the shell, the case feeding chute right here. Okay. Once that's all in place, you can just tighten down this top zip tie here. And install your other wire mounts. Now these other wire mounts here and here, they are not critical to the installation. So if you wanted to install it like this and run it back behind it, you can do that. But this particular one right here is critical. If you don't install it the way we have it here, then it will not be installed properly and you'll end up with the gap in the wrong spot, or it'll just peel itself off because of the weight of the pigtail will pull on the adhesive all the time, and it'll just pull it off. But if you do it this way, you will not have a problem. Okay, so now we just need to connect it to our switch and power supply, and you're all done.